So now you have your great idea, you realise you don't have to read everything to write a first-class dissertation or get your paper published. But now you're probably thinking, well, I don't even know where to start beginning to form my argument. Where do I begin? How do I start to put all of this material that I have together? And time is ticking. So that's why in step 3, I show you how to shape your argument twice as fast by knowing your audience. Knowing your audience makes writing so much easier because it gives you a target to aim for, and that speeds up your writing. It helps you set some limits. You never write for everyone, you always write for someone. So before you start writing, you need to find out who you're writing for and what they want from you. Let me use an example from my own experience. When I was just about finishing my PhD, I put together a paper based on one of my chapters and sent it to an American history journal. Now, I knew that the subject matter was something that the American journal covered, but it got really bad reviews and the editor rejected my paper, and I was really upset for quite a long time. But really what happened was I sent the paper to the wrong journal. You see, whilst I knew the subject I'd written about was of interest to the journal, as a sociologist I'd approached the writing of the paper in a completely different way, a way in which historians didn't particularly agree with or couldn't identify with. So as a sociologist, I collected the data in a particular way. I wrote in a particular way and I did my research in a particular way. I didn't use the same sort of details that historians are familiar with, and I didn't write in the same language that historians were familiar with either. So I just sent it to the completely wrong audience. And a couple of years later, I did get that paper published in a really good quality social science journal. But you see how writing for the wrong audience is a complete waste of time. You will include a lot of information that is not particularly relevant for them, that perhaps isn't of interest to them. You'll get a lower mark, you will not get accepted for publication, and it is a real waste of your time. So, who is my audience? If you're writing an assessed essay or a project report or a dissertation, this means knowing your markers and the marking criteria. If you're publishing a paper, it means knowing the journal's requirements in detail. You'll be amazed what a difference this makes. Knowing your audience removes the guesswork from writing and stops you going down blind alleys because it enables you to write about the right topic in the right way for the right reader. It gets around the problem of there being no right answer, which there often isn't in many social science and humanities subjects. It gives your writing focus and it shows the standard you need to aim for.